I am Curran Bhatia, lucky enough to be joined by Anderson Silva. Anderson, how are you doing right now?
Good, my friend. How are you?
Good, good, good. Thank you so much for taking the time. I know you're at the doctor's office right now. You're about to get checked up, so we're going to try to get as much in before you have to go. Appreciate your time. I know it's fight week. So you are taking on Tito Ortiz. This is on the undercard of Vitor Belfort versus Evander Holyfield on Triller Saturday, September 11th. This is going to be a stacked card with a lot of different personalities and names. So how did this fight with Tito Ortiz come together?
Well, that's the good fight come, and I just training and I stay in my gym and the thriller call to my managers and say, you accept this fight? I say, yeah, I think that's interesting because Cheetah is a huge name in MMA. And of course, the fight transferred to Miami right now, but here Tito have a great name, and this is my dream fight in here, in my city, LA. But I'm very excited for this fight. I'm very excited. I'm so happy, And sorry for don't take my mask because I'm the doctor appoint, and I can't take off my mask.
No, no problem at all. And as you said, the fight was originally supposed to be in Los Angeles. Oscar De La Hoya was going to be at the top of the card. He unfortunately got COVID. Evander Holyfield came into the main event, and now it's moving
Yeah.
to Florida. So your fight with Tito Ortiz, how do you imagine this fight to play out stylistically? You're both 46 years old. You're both 6'2". You have more professional boxing experience than he does. He's never been in a professional boxing fight. You just came off a split decision win against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. How do you expect this fight to play out stylistically between you and Tito Ortiz?
Well, this fight is a fight, is you need to stay ready for everything, and I prepare my mind, prepare my body, training hard for this fight. For me, this fight is my passion, and I try to do my best whole time when I go inside the ring or go inside the cage. And when I talking about what I expect to the fight, of course everybody training for win, but fight is fight. It's hard to say, oh, I go win this or go do this or that. Fight is hard, and I training hard for win, of course.
And I actually spoke to Tito Ortiz about this fight. He's obviously looking forward to this matchup as well. But the one thing he did say is he said he felt like he had respect for you, but he wasn't happy about coming down to 195 pounds. He said that shows that Anderson Silva is afraid of my power. There's a penalty if I go to a certain weight. And therefore, in Tito's words, he says he's taking food out of my children's mouth. I would never do that to him. So he seemed upset about the weight. What are your thoughts on the catch weight of 195 pounds?
Listen, my brother, I fight in Mexico 182. I'm not a big guy. When I accept the fight, I accept to 180, 192. And the guy say, oh, Tito can take this weight and cut this weight. And I say, okay, 195 is off. Yeah, it's okay, but that is not my decision, my coach's decision, because I just go to the gym and training to take the fight. Accept the weight, and the question about the weight is my coach doing that. And I'm not a big guy. I'm not heavyweight guy. It's not make sense for me to take the fight in a heavyweight. Especially because I fight in Mexico 182. It don't make sense.
Absolutely. No, it makes sense to find a middle point between what you've been fighting at and what he's been fighting
Absolutely.
at. And that's what you guys did at 195 pounds. When I spoke to Tito, I asked him for his prediction. He said Anderson Silva will fall. That was his prediction. On the record, what would your official prediction be against Tito Ortiz?
Well, I go do my best, especially because I need you do my best for myself, not for prove nothing for anybody. And I go to fight and prove my respect for boxing community, continue respect the story this sport has, and I'm so happy, I'm lucky to have this opportunity again to fight and prove my respect for boxing world.
And as we said, this is not your first time professional boxing. It's actually going to be your fourth professional fight. You just beat Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. earlier this year. He was the younger man. He has only been doing boxing. You were in MMA for so long, so it was a big win for you. What was your key to victory that night against Chavez Jr. and how did it feel to have your arm raised in a professional boxing match against an opponent of that caliber?
Wow, I'm so happy, because my coach working hard with me, and I need to say thank you for the Chavez family. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. is amazing man and is amazing fighter, and is the legend, and I take the opportunity to fight in the same car with your father and it's a dream for me, fight in the same car for Julio Cesar Chavez and fight with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., and I love Mexico. I love the people in Mexico. The people respect me a lot, and the Chavez family too, and I'm so happy, I'm so happy because I'm working hard for this fight. I'm working hard and I take my focus for one thing, prove my respect for boxing community.
Absolutely. You were able to do that. It's obvious that you're training hard because you were able to beat a younger active fighter, or fairly active fighter, I should say. I know that you're not looking ahead of Tito Ortiz, but there have been other names mentioned that you've been linked to for future matchups. Is there anyone that you have in your mind that is someone that you want to fight? I know Roy Jones's name has been mentioned many times. You just fought Chavez Jr. I wonder if Chavez Sr. could ever be in the picture. Anyone you want to fight in boxing in the future?
Now my focus is only this fight, and after after that, I go check it out for the new challenge. But right now, my focus is only this fight for Tito Ortiz. I signed the contract with the company, the Thriller, for 3 years, and let's go see. Everything is possible.
And so you've signed the contract with Triller. I know that in the past you said you are done with MMA, but you will do other combat sports, boxing, jiu-jitsu. Do you think the next few years you would stick to only boxing, or is it going to be different forms of combat?
Oh, maybe I fight in jiu-jitsu, maybe I fight in kickboxing. I don't know, but I'm open for challenge myself. I love fighting, and I go do my best. I promise.
You've had such a great career, so many years as a champion at the highest level. When you look back at your great career, is there anything that you would have done differently? Any regrets you had when you look back at your great career?
Well, I think everything I pass in my career, every single moment I pass in my career is so special for me. And when people ask me, you have a chance for do everything, you do everything again, I say yes, of course. I don't change nothing because every single moment in my life in the sport, combat sport, I have amazing experience and I prove how much I love the fight world. Yes.
And I think we'll wrap it up soon because it sounds like you have to go.
Yeah.
What would be your final message to your fans, your supporters who are going to be tuning in on September 11th to see you take on Tito Ortiz?
Wow, I need to say thank you so much for my whole fans and the world, my fans here in LA, and every single moment when I wake up in the morning and go to the gym for training, I just try to do my best for prove my respect for every single person watching and show you how much you can do anything in your life when you have a passion, when you love. Fight is my air, and I try to challenge myself every single day, and every single day I try to do my best for prove for everybody it's possible when you love. You have a dream, working hard, stay in focus, and make something for yourself, you know.
You're still following your passion. You're still challenging yourself at a high level. Your next stop on that journey is Tito Ortiz, September 11th on Triller. Anderson Silva, thank you so much for the time, and best of luck this weekend.
Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for all fans, and thank you for giving the opportunity for talk to you. Thank you so much. God bless you.